Hey guys, Eli here, and on today's video I want to talk about why I decided to stop working a 9 to 5, and we're starting now. Guys, if this is your first time here, please leave a thumbs up, consider hitting the subscribe button, and also leave a comment down in the comments below. If you guys want to join the Urban Wealth Creation Discord alongside getting some free stocks and also checking out some of the equipment that I'm actually using, make sure you guys check down in the description below. So, to be honest with you, I'm gonna be real with you. It's story time a little bit. My last job, I got fired, all right? And it was weird too. I'm gonna explain it to you how it worked out for me. So I was like it just got real boring to me. Not really boring, it's just got, I don't know. It was just something in me. I was like, you know what? I don't feel like I can do this anymore, and I don't want to do this. Like missing out important stuff, like with my son and my daughter, seeing some new experience or their first time experience, like my son's first step. I was at work and things like that. So just having that feeling in my heart, it just I don't know. So I felt a little bit sick. I'll say a month or two ago. Right, felt a little bit sick. I called them like, hey, I'm not feeling too good, I feel dizzy, I'm coughing, all that. Of course they wanted to be safe, so they just decided to just let me stay home. Got tested, turns out I was okay, there was nothing wrong with me. So I called them up and I was like, hey, nothing's wrong with me, I got tested, all that's good. But me and my wife were talking and I was like, to be honest with you, I don't know if I should go back to work. I think we should just call it a day. But of course, me being me, I'm just like, you know what, hey, I'll just go back, it doesn't matter. But I also prayed and I was like, hey, give me a sign. If you don't think I'm supposed to go back to work, please give me a sign, I won't go. The day that I actually prayed for a sign, I saw, because all right, so I'm a truck driver, okay? So the exact model, not the same company, but the exact model truck that I drive, I seen it flipped over. And this is not like this is like one of those flat nose, and I've never seen any of these trucks in an accident before. So it was like an hour or two right after I prayed, I just seen that truck flipped over on the road. I'm like, why am I stuck in traffic for? Then once we get further along, I see it was the truck flipped over, and that's why I was stuck in traffic. And I was like, man, if that's a sign, I'll take it, you know, but maybe a little bit more direct, because I could see that any other way, right? And then the next day, they called me. I mean, not 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks prior to that time, I took the drug test. So they called me. They say the hospital or wherever I took the drug test, they want to talk to me. The pharmacy want to talk to me. I picked up and I was like, okay, what's up? How you doing? You called me. You told me to call you. Okay, I called. And they said,
well, Mr. Eli, I'm sorry to let you know, but we found some illegal substance in your system.
And I'm like, yeah, right. All right, cool. Now, really, what you really calling me for? And I was like, no,
that's it. We found some illegal substance in your system.
And I was like, how is that possible? I don't smoke.
You know, well, I don't know, sir. This is what we found, blah, blah, blah. So,
needless to say, I got fired. Now, if I was asking for a more direct sign, that was it. That was it. I didn't decide to fight it. I just said, okay, so I guess they took it as, all
right, yeah, he got dreads. You know, he black. It's probably most likely the case.
That's how they saw it. So I just left it alone. And to be honest with you, the way I felt after that was just like so relieved. So it was just so relieved. Okay. So let me let you guys know my mindset the entire time I was working. I said, I don't like somebody controlling my paycheck. I don't like them holding my employment over my head. Hey, you want a job, you got to pay the bills, right? So you got to make sure you act right. All right, here's a carrot. All right, here's your 10 cents raise. I really didn't like that. You know, I just felt like it really didn't matter to me, and my whole demeanor about it was, okay, cool. Hey, Eli, we need you to actually do some overtime. No, give it to somebody that needs it. I don't need it. So, meaning, I made sure I stashed up a lot of money. I made sure I bought value. I made sure I had cash or wealth outside of that. All right. So I made sure I built a secondary source of income, and I made sure I had so many secondary sources of income where, just in case if anything were to happen to the job, which like it did, I would be okay. And it did, and I'm okay. right? So that was my whole mindset the whole entire time. From when I first started working, I was like, you know what, it's time for me to just be smart about how I spend my money. I'm not gonna, if I'm like, I did buy a car, but I had to make sure I buy it cash because I don't want that extra payment. I make sure I keep my monthly payments or my monthly bills to us, like, to so minute, like, hey, if we don't really need it, we're not having it. Okay. And there's so many hacks as far as budgeting. Like, I don't pay Netflix, but hey, I know people who do, like my mom. And I'm like, Mom, shoot me the password. All right. So doing it that way, I feel like is much better because I didn't have to put so much unnecessary bills on my head just in case if I get fired, I'm okay. Me and my family's okay. I wanted to make sure, hey, we were able to take care of all the bills with that one, like with all those multiple streams of income outside of the job. All right. And we put it to test runs. I told my wife, hey, listen, this month we're going to try to see if we can pay the bills without having my income, like the job income, to take care of it. And we've done that for so many months. And we're like, hey, you know what? It can work out. So we did that, and I actually have another video probably sometimes in 2 or 3 days letting you guys know what I actually do for money, and goes into the breakdown of what I do for money. Okay, so make sure you guys are notified and hit the thumbs up and all that extra stuff. Subscribe so you guys can get notified when I push content out. So that was my mindset when I was working. Now, what was my mindset when I got laid off? Like I said, it was such a relief. It was such a relief. I haven't been to work for about maybe going on 3 months now. And I'm like, okay. The first words my son say each and every day when he wake up, like as soon as he wakes up, it's Daddy. And I'm really happy about that. Like, I can't express the joy I feel. Like, that's my alarm clock. That's my alarm clock. Daddy, huh? Yeah. Yes, I'm up. That's my alarm clock. And it was just for years. He'll wake up, besides Saturdays and Sundays, he'll wake up and I'm not there. And he done that before, but I'm not there to answer him. But now I'm here to answer him each and every day. And it just feels so great, being there. Of course, daughter's being homeschooled, virtual school. So I have to make sure I'm there, making sure she's not getting left behind. Because if you really think about it, I don't feel like the homeschool, I don't feel like certain kids get the attention they need. They don't get the attention they need. And like, information could be given so quick that I'm not like, they may not be able to catch it. So I'm there to make sure, hey, listen, you're paying attention, right? All right, here's how you do this. All right, cool. I understand the way she teach you the math problem. You don't understand it? Let me show you the way I do it. Draw stick figures, and you'll figure it out. All right? So doing that, making sure that I'm on top of her school, I'm on top of the homework and doing all that. And of course, my wife would love to do that, but of course she has clients at times and she can't do it. So I'm there to make sure I pick up the slack and making sure everything is getting done around the house. Now, me saying that is not just to say, hey, you know what, everything's all hunky-dory and everything's great. No, there's times where I'm like, I'm like, man, I want to go back to work, just give me some peace of mind. But I quickly snap back and I realize, hey, a lot of people would actually kill for this. All right. So that's just my whole mindset on that. Now, what are my plans? My thing is, I'm just growing wealth. I'm just here to... when the video comes out and like the breakdown of how I make money, when that video comes out, it actually goes into much details. But my plans are to just grow my wealth. I'm not out there spending like foolishly, even though I could, but I don't want to. As a whole thing, I live like I'm paycheck to paycheck. Matter of fact, I'm living like, hey, you know what, I lost my job, and that's how I've always been living. And it's a mindset that's gonna be hard to break out of, as far as spending money, because I just see it as all the dollars I can get. How can I have this dollar work for me? All right, let me pay the bills. Let me make sure I do that. But outside of that, how much dollars can I employ for me? All right, I'm the owner. Well, me and my family, we're the owners, and we need dollars to work for our household. And that's the mindset we've been having for the past 4 years, and it's been working out. It's been working out tremendously. All right. If you guys are interested, I actually have a membership program here on YouTube. If you're watching on the computer, it will be like somewhere below this video. If not, it's somewhere down in the description below. You guys can check it out, where I actually designed a blueprint on exactly what I did step by step on how I actually took my my bank account from zero all the way to having thousands upon thousands of dollars in there. So it's a very detailed video, a very detailed course that I created, and I feel like that's exactly what was taught to me. This is not something I made up. I probably said I did, but I didn't make it up. This was something taught from my mentor to me, and my mentor is a millionaire. Okay, so definitely, if you guys are interested, make sure you guys check that down in the description below. But that's enough of my story. Hopefully that made sense to you guys. If it did, make sure you guys leave a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and also leave a comment down in the comments below. And have a beautiful day.